First of all, Happy New Year! So, I didn't really plan on posting 3 videos today, but the 2 videos I posted earlier, they were from before Christmas, but for the longest time I haven't been able to actually post them on YouTube, because those 20-minute or so videos ended up being 6 minutes, so I was talking like this. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. Anyway, they're up, and I had something more to say, so I'm posting it anyway. Sorry to flood you. So, yeah. What I wanted to discuss today is spiritual cleanliness. And what I mean by that is that basically when we buy healing crystals and ritual tools and so on, we are told again and again that we should cleanse it before we use it, and that's a good idea, because you don't know who's been touching it, what sort of energies that tool can have picked up. So for example, I got a stone today. One moment, I'll show you. This black lava rock, and I'm gonna be cleansing it before I start using it, because I don't know, it's been in the mail, I don't know who's touched it, it's picked up energies, it needs a cleanse. What many people don't realize is that other items can pick up energies as well. Now, granted, that toothbrush you're buying will probably not be picking up energies as efficiently as a stone or a tool intended for energy use, but it'll pick it up nonetheless. And I've really not been good at this at all, and it was my mother really who sorry, it was my mother really who reminded me of it. For I got a necklace for Christmas, and I actually got 2 of them, so I had to go and exchange one in the store, and I bought this ring. And as soon as I tried it on in the store, I really thought that really feels amazing on my finger. And sure, it's a very good fit and so, but it really feels good to wear. So I am assuming this ring has pretty good energies. But it can be other way around too. I get jewelry and I'm thinking, and it needs a cleanse. And my mother said, you really should remember to cleanse jewelry that you are going to be wearing, because a lot of people have tried it on, and if somebody has very negative energies or are sick or just have energies that doesn't work well with yours, it can those energies can affect you through jewelries. Now, I do not think it is as important with excuse me again, I have something in my throat. I don't think it's so important with things that aren't going to be in very close personal proximity to you. So for example, your toothbrush, you use that to brush your teeth and you put it away. You don't need to go and cleanse everything. But things like jewelry and clothing that you will be wearing for hours on end, I think that it's a good idea to cleanse it. Because let's say I'm having a really crappy day. So I'm angry, I'm upset, and I go to the store to do some window shopping to make myself feel better. Yes, I comfort shop. And I try on a lot of jewelry. I think that some of those negative, angry energies that I have will be left in the things I try. And as such, I think it can be a good idea to cleanse it. Now, of course, you can ask, how should I cleanse it? Because a lot of jewelry, and especially clothing and the like, you can't put it in a bowl of salt and water because it might damage it. Well, then you can use the same methods as you use for stones that you can't use water on. For example, one method would be to hold a stone, a piece of jewelry, or whatever you want to cleanse in your hands, and you just draw a few deep breaths and relax, and you imagine a brilliant white light flowing down from the heavens and just flooding through what you're gonna cleanse, and taking with them all negativity. Just keep that focus and just imagine that. That's a good way to cleanse it. Another way to cleanse something is to light a cleansing incense such as sage. Or if you have a problem with incense, you can use an oil lamp with, for example, tea tree oil, sage oil, sandalwood, a lot of cleansing protective oils, and just hold it over the smoke. That will also cleanse it. So yeah, I think that especially when we are doing those of us who are into the occult, into the spiritual, we are more open. So I think that if someone who is sick has been trying on a piece of jewelry, I don't necessarily think it will affect any person who touches that jewelry later as much. But I think that since we sort of train and condition ourselves to be open to these energies, that it is much easier for us to get negatively affected as well by the energies that others leave on such items. Another thing that I thought of is money. Now, money has been changing hands again and again and again, and who knows where that's been or what it's been used to pay for. Because you can pretty much be sure that if you have a coin, it's been touched by many hands. So I was thinking that it might be a good idea to have some sort of protective ritual done on your wallet, so that when you walk around all day with that money in your purse, which is pretty close to you, that you don't get affected by those energies. So I was thinking, and you can of course change this up, that if you make holy water, which is basically salt and water, the best is if you have sea salt, but table salt works in a pinch. There's a lot of methods in various forms of spell books. You can find it on the internet, or you can make a method yourself for how to make holy water. But you do that, and a very simple way would, for example, be to light two white candles, one for the goddess and one for the god. You sit down and you say something like, honored, honored mother and father, please protect this wallet, create around it a barrier that will let through no negativity, no hate, no grief, no illness, but only lets through happiness and joy. May this barrier protect me from the negative energies of others, and may it protect the next owner of this money from the negative energies of me. But please let it absorb positive energies from me and give it to the next owner of this money. And of course this needs a bit of work to make it sound better, but something like that. And then you can dip your finger in the holy water and draw a banishing pentacle on your wallet, while you envision it as being surrounded by this sort of force field. Think science fiction, think Star Trek, like a shield around it, and imagine that keeps all what negative energy that might be in those coins and bills contained within them, contained within that force field, so it can't get to you, and that it will let through all positive energies that's on them. And also that if you're having a bad day or are sick or in other ways that there's negative energies from you, that it also protects that that money from absorbing that, so that your negativity won't be transferred to the next person who owns it. Something like that. I'll work on the ritual, and when I have it done, I will post it on my webpage, and I'll try to remember to just post the link to it down there. But basically, I think that you can write your own. But I think that something like that can be very useful. and it helps keep the space around you spiritually clean. And for bigger things in your life, like furniture and so on, I don't think you should go around and cleanse everything. Oh, I bought an egg, I need to cleanse it. No, no. But I think that at times it might be useful to do a little ritual where you might go around with a sage stick and just cleanse everything in your house. Because negative energies really clutter up. And negative energies, those aren't just curses and the like. Often negative energies can be sickness energies that if you are ill, like my mother, she washes everything. If I have been ill or she has been ill, she will take those sheets off, she will take everything that's been into close contact and she will wash the hell out of it. Both to get the bacteria and such out, but also to get the energies out. And you can do them basically, and the same if you're angry, if you have that fight. Have you ever noticed that if you have that fight with your parents or with your lover, how the energies in the room is sort of, at least I am that way. I just have to get the door or the windows open to sort of air it out, because the energies are there and the energies can be nasty. So yeah, I think that especially when you're working with magic, it's very important to be aware of the energy clutter that can arise around you, and to try to keep the energy around you clean, because we who works with these things, we are more sensitive. It's what we train ourselves to be, so that we'll be affected to a greater degree. So that if I am wearing this ring and I am arguing like hell with my hubby, and then later I give that ring to you and you wear it, I think that the energies, the negative, hurtful energies of that fight will have been stored in that ring. And if you have no interest in the occult or the spiritual at all, you might not notice. But if you are sensitive, you might pick that up and you might get ill, you might get angry, you might be affected in other ways. And cleansings really are very quick and easy. And we're often very good at cleansing ourselves. And our ritual tools, and our sacred space, and our crystals and our tarot cards. But we forget the rings on our fingers, and the clothes we are wearing, and the money in our pockets, and other items that are in close proximity with us, who has been in touch with a lot of people, has been in touch with us when we are sick and angry and feeling crap. We forget that these things carry energies as well. It's very easy to forget that magic doesn't stay in a ritual. Magic is all around us, and that energies are everywhere. This lip gloss, it's energies. Deep inside it, there are energies. Energy is the basic building block of the universe. And I think that if I've been having this close to me when I'm happy and joyful, it will have joyful energies. If I had it with me when I'm sad and angry, it will have sad and angry energies. And it's easy to forget that. And then we cleanse the hell out of our crystals. So yeah. I guess I've rambled enough about this now. I just wanted to, well, talk about basically spiritual cleanliness. That it's not just ritual tools that needs a good cleanse now and again. Because these energies that we use during magic, they are everywhere. They're in us, they're in our clothes, they're in the sofa we sit in, they're in the floor we walk on. They are in the food we eat, in the jewelry we wear, they are in our pets, they are in the trees, they're in the ground, in the air. And they get affected by things, by everything. It's like, you know, there was that fork thing that you use when you're going to tune an instrument, a tuning fork. Imagine that energies are like that, so that it constantly vibrates with what it comes into contact with. And as such, while there might be more energy, so it's more important to cleanse ritual tools, we shouldn't forget the mundane either, because there's magic even in the mundane. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I hope you all had a great Christmas, a great New Year's Eve, and that 2013 will be a blessed year for you. Blessed be, and goodbye.